Hi guys, Sox fan number 1 here, and welcome to my World Cup predictions. I'm really excited for this World Cup. There'll be a lot of content coming out. We'll be reacting to games, figuring out all the maths for the groups. But yeah, these are my predictions. I can't remember the name of the website. I'm sorry to the website for that. Yeah, I'm hyped for this World Cup. I don't know when the video's going to come out yet. There's 2 days till the World Cup at the time of recording. It might come out the day it starts, I don't know. But let's get straight into my predictions. Mexico, Canada and USA, obviously the host nations. I cannot wait for it to start. But anyway, let's get straight into my Group A predictions. Right, we have Mexico, South Africa, South Korea and Czech Republic in these predictions. I personally think Mexico will top this group with a home backing. I think they're just the best team in the group in general, with a lot of good players on their team, and obviously home nation is a massive boost. And then in second place I'm going with Czech Republic with Patrick Schick up front. I think he's a really good striker and I think he'll score a lot of goals. And then the third I'm going with South Korea. I think Son will do enough. I don't think South Africa are that good. I think Kim Min-jae at the back as well. I think he's South Korean, and yeah, so I think he's good enough. I'm sorry if he isn't South Korean, I completely apologise for that. But from what I can remember, he is South Korean. Now straight into Group B, I have Switzerland topping this group, with Granit Xhaka as one of their midfielders, who personally was my Premier League signing of the season, got Sunderland into the Europa League in their well, I'm just going to say debut season in the Prem. It wasn't their debut season in the Prem, but you know what I mean, like they re-promoted to the Prem. And then second, I've gone for the other host nation of Canada, because I don't think Bosnia and Qatar are good enough to topple these two. Canada are good. They've got pacey Alphonso Davies as their left back, Jonathan David up front. They didn't do well. They really didn't do well in the 2022 World Cup. Did they get out of the group? I can't remember. I don't think they did. But yeah, they didn't do well in that. They shocked a lot of people with not doing great. And then in third, I've gone for Bosnia and Herzegovina. Obviously, Qatar, the host nation in 2022, finished last, the worst host nations ever. And that's not a personal opinion, that is the facts. And then Bosnia in third, obviously they beat Italy on penalties to get to the World Cup in the playoff. Italy missing out on their third World Cup in a row, but this isn't about Italy, this is about Bosnia. I think Edin Dzeko up front, how old is he now? 41, 42. He's still firing in the goals. And I think they are better than Qatar. Now moving on to Group C, I have Brazil topping this group, obviously. Brazil. They've qualified for every World Cup. They've won 5. They haven't won since 2002 though. Can they change that in this 2026 World Cup? You'll see later when I predict the knockouts and the final and stuff like that. And then I've got the I don't know what to call them. The official AFCON champions, Morocco. I don't think they should be champions, in my opinion. I think it should be Senegal. But they are in the history books. When you look back, it will be Morocco won AFCON 2026, I think. 2025, was it last year? No, I can't remember. And then I've gone for one of my next door neighbours, Scotland, in third, with Haiti in fourth. Haiti, is it their first World Cup? They're not good enough. And it's one of the groups of death. Brazil, Morocco, Scotland and Haiti. Yeah, Brazil, too good. Morocco second, Scotland third, Haiti fourth. I think Scott McTominay, brilliant player. Brilliant player. Ever since he left Man United, he's been brilliant. So that's mainly the reason I've got them third. I think Scott McTominay is a brilliant midfielder. And then Group D, we have another host nation, the USA, Paraguay, Australia, Turkey. Personally, I don't think the USA have enough to top this group, because I think Turkey are slightly better than them. I could see the USA topping the group though. It's a coin toss between Turkey and the United States. But I think Turkey will just edge them. And then in second, I do have the United States of America. I think as the host nation, they have some backing, but obviously, it's called soccer. That chant, you know. Sorry to any Americans watching this video. It's not called soccer. It's called football. And then I've got Australia in third and Paraguay in fourth. I don't think Paraguay are good enough for the World Cup. And Australia, they're not great either, but I think they'll beat Paraguay, and that'll be enough to get them third place, and maybe they'll be one of my top third places. You'll have to wait and see for that. Now we move down to Group E with Germany, Curacao, Ivory Coast and Ecuador. I've got Germany topping this group. If you don't, I see why, because my team is second place. I could see topping Germany, but I don't think they will. I think Germany are just too good. So yeah, Germany topping the group. Florian Wirtz, playmaker, he's brilliant for Germany. He may not have been great for Liverpool this season, but he's brilliant for Germany. Lots of brilliant players as well. Manuel Neuer in goal, the veteran. You've got Kimmich as a right back. You've got Voltemada as a striker. Do they have anyone better than Voltemada? I don't, not off the top of my head anyway. Brilliant team all round. And then I've got Ecuador in second. And I'll tell you the reason for this. This might be a crazy stat. They've conceded 5 goals in what is it? Is it 2 or 3 years? 2 or 3 years they've conceded 5 goals, which is crazy. They started off with a 3-point deduction at the start of the South American qualifying, and they still finished second behind Argentina, which is crazy to think about. Brazil, they finished like 5th or 6th, didn't they, in the qualifiers for South America? But Ecuador, they had a brilliant qualifying run, conceding 5 goals in the last 2 or 3 years, which is absolutely crazy. Got Hincapié. You've got Caicedo as the defensive midfielder. Enner Valencia up front, I think he's still playing. And then I've got Ivory Coast in third. They've got Amad Diallo. They just beat France in a friendly as well. They've got Doué's brother. And then I've got Curaçao last. Bit of a leak, I don't know if the video will come out yet. But if it hasn't, then Curaçao is the next team I manage in my Football Manager series of trying to win the World Cup of every team. Just a little leak there. I haven't recorded the video yet, so it might be out before this, it might be out after, I don't know. But yeah, Curaçao last, they're not good enough. First World Cup, smallest country to ever compete in the World Cup. So yeah, and then Ivory Coast third, I've already talked about them. And then Group F, we have Netherlands, Japan, Sweden, Tunisia, and I think it will be in that order. Netherlands topping the group. If they play at their best, they will top the group. But I can see Japan, if Netherlands aren't at the top of their game, I can see Japan topping this group and Netherlands finishing second. But Netherlands are a better side overall. They've got Van Dijk at the back. You've got Cody Gakpo, who I know isn't great, but he's still there, isn't he? Frimpong didn't get called up, though. Maybe a shock to some people. I see why he didn't have the best of first seasons at Liverpool, did he? And then you've got Sweden in third with their brilliant attackers of Victor Gyökeres and Alexander Isak. I can't think of anyone else at all. You've got Lucas Bergvall, the Spurs youngster. And then Tunisia fourth. I don't know a lot about Tunisia. I don't think they're that great, though. And they will finish bottom of this group. Then Group G, we've got Belgium, Egypt, Iran, New Zealand. And again, I'm going in that order. Belgium should top the group. They've got Doku, they've got De Bruyne, they've got Courtois in goal, brilliant goalkeeper. And then I've got Egypt in second. They've got Mo Salah, the Egyptian king, on the right. Omar Marmoush as well, who was brilliant for City in his first season. He kind of tailed off a bit this season, but still brilliant. And then I've got Iran in third with Taremi up front. I just think they're better than New Zealand. New Zealand are the worst ranked team in this World Cup, but I think Iran are just better than New Zealand. I think it might be a draw, but I think Iran's goal difference will be slightly better than New Zealand. And then moving on to Group H with Spain, Cape Verde, Saudi Arabia, Uruguay. And unlike me in our World Cup series, I'm going for Spain to top the group. Uruguay second. Obviously Spain, got Yamal, one of, if not the best player in the world. On the right, Dani Olmo, you've got Unai Simon, David Raya and Joan Garcia. You've got 3 brilliant keepers to pick from. 2 of them will be very upset they don't start. Personally for me, I think it should be David Raya, Unai Simon as backup and Joan Garcia as third choice. But that's harsh on Joan Garcia because he's brilliant as well. But it's just they've got 3 excellent goalkeepers and it's hard to pick. And I've got Saudi Arabia in third, Cape Verde fourth. I haven't spoken about Uruguay, have I? Darwin Núñez up front. Luis Suarez, did he get called up? I can't remember if he got called up. I don't think he did in the end. But yeah, I think Uruguay have enough to top over Saudi and Cape Verde. And then Saudi Arabia, I think they'll just beat Cape Verde. Cape Verde would have been the smallest country ever in the World Cup if Curaçao didn't qualify. So yeah, I don't think they'll get even a point. Maybe they'll get a point against Saudi Arabia, but I don't think they will. And then in Group I, France, Senegal, Iraq, Norway. This, alongside Group C with Brazil, Morocco, Scotland and Haiti, is the group of death. I think this is probably more dangerous than Group C. France will top this group. They lost to Ivory Coast though, so you never know. You never know whether they will top it or come second. They are a brilliant team. You've got Mbappe, you've got my nan in goal. Not my nan, but Mike Mignon. You've got, who else? Elise, who I think might win the Ballon d'Or. Him or Kane, personally, will win the Ballon d'Or, depending on how far their teams get in the tournament. And then, yeah, just brilliant squad around. One of the favourites, or the number one in the world rankings. So, very big favourites. And I've got Senegal coming second. In my head, the AFCON winners, but not officially. But in my head, they are the AFCON winners. Sadio Mane still kicking about on the left wing. Some brilliant players. Koulibaly at the back. And I've got Norway third, obviously, and Iraq fourth. Norway, now, this might sound crazy. They've got a lot of strikers, right? You've got Haaland, Sorloth. They've got someone else, but I can't remember. And then you've got Martin Odegaard. But that's about their only good players, I think. That might be completely wrong. But from what I have in my head, they are their only good players. And then Iraq, don't know a lot about them. I think they'll come fourth for the group. And then Group J, if Argentina, Algeria, Austria, Jordan. And if Argentina don't top this group, I don't know what they're doing. Genuinely don't know what they're doing if they don't top this group. Argentina first. Austria second, just over Algeria. With Algeria with Riyad Mahrez on the right. Austria got Sabitzer, a couple of good players in there, and then Algeria third, Jordan fourth. Don't know much about Jordan. Algeria got Riyad Mahrez, you got a few good players, but I don't think they will top Austria. And then Group K, you got Portugal, DR Congo, Uzbekistan, Colombia. I'm going Portugal topping this group, Colombia second, and then DR Congo or Uzbekistan, DR Congo third. Portugal with Ronaldo up front. João Neves, Vitinha. Now, this might be a crazy shout. I think João Neves is better than Vitinha. I think the reason Vitinha is so good is because when João Neves came to PSG, he unlocked him. He unlocked him as a player. So if you look, Vitinha wasn't that good before João Neves came. And then it's the same with Portugal. João Neves has unlocked Vitinha, you know? And moving on from that debate, they've got Leao on the left. You've got what's his name? Oh, sorry. How do I forget his name? The keeper, Diego Costa, in goal. He saved 3 penalties in a row in the Euros. First keeper to ever do it, I think. And then I've got Colombia in second with Luis Diaz. Another potential Ballon d'Or. I don't think he will win it, but a potential Ballon d'Or winner. And then DR Congo in third. I think they're just better than Uzbekistan. And then Group L, England. Come on, England. Croatia in second. Croatia, Ghana, and Panama. But yeah, England first, Croatia second, Ghana third, Panama fourth. In that order. Oh, I didn't get a chance to talk about it because it's just gone straight to the third place teams. Sorry about that, but I think England, they are the best side in that group. And then Croatia, good in second, and Ghana, I think, will just beat Panama. Panama, have they? Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think they've won a game in a World Cup because they didn't win in 2018, did they? I don't think they've won the World Cup. I wasn't really into football in 2018. I only got into football around the Euros in 2021. So, yeah. Right, anyway. Third place teams. South Korea, I think, will be one of the best. Bosnia-Herzegovina, I don't think so. Scotland will be. And then Ivory Coast will be. Sweden will be. Norway will definitely. I think DR Congo will be. Algeria will be. I need to pick between Bosnia, Australia, Iran, Saudi Arabia and Ghana. On paper, Saudi. But I don't think Saudi Arabia are going to do that well. I'm going to go with Australia, I think, to get through in third place. Now moving on to the knockouts. Round of 32 then. Germany, Australia. Germany will win that. France against Sweden. France. Czech Republic, Canada. Oh, Czech Republic, Canada. In Los Angeles as well, so Canada don't have the home crowd. That's a tough one. I'm going to go Czech Republic, I think. Just Czech, but that'll be a very tight game. And the Netherlands, Morocco. Oh, wow. Again, it purely depends if Netherlands play well. If Netherlands don't play well, then Morocco will win this. But if Netherlands do play well, they'll win it, so I don't know. I'm going to go with Netherlands. Purely based on if they're both at the top of their game, Netherlands are better, I think. And then we've got Brazil, Japan, another brilliant game. But I'm going to go Brazil. Ecuador, Senegal. Ecuador's defence is brilliant, but Senegal, champions of Africa. Going to go Ecuador, though, because it's just purely based off their defence. Mexico, Scotland, in Mexico City. That's got to be Mexico. Sorry, Scotland. I think they're a brilliant team. They are a brilliant side. But they are not good enough to beat Mexico, in my opinion. Sorry to any Scottish people watching. England, DR Congo, England will win that, no problem. And then Colombia, Croatia, it's another big game, that. Oh, Colombia, though, the only player I can think of is Luis Diaz. So, and I think Croatia have Luka Modric, you've got Ivan Perisic, you've got a lot of good players at Croatia. So I think they'll just edge Colombia. And Croatia have good World Cup history as well. Spain, Austria, Spain will win that. Turkey, Ivory Coast. Oh, I think maybe Ivory Coast. I think Ivory Coast will win that. That might be crazy to say, but I think they will. Then Belgium, South Korea. South Korea put up a good fight, but I don't think they'll win. Argentina, Uruguay, wow. I think Argentina will win that, though. United States, Egypt, USA, and their home country in Dallas. I think they'll just edge Egypt, but only tight. It will only be tight. Switzerland, Algeria, Portugal, not wow. Ronaldo versus Haaland. But as overall team, Portugal are better than Norway, so I'm going for them. Now into the round of 16. Germany, France in the round of 16. Yeah, and this is a good point. So I was looking at this the other day, and I was thinking, oh, what could the matchups be in the round of 16? And I saw Germany, France, and I was like, wow. FIFA didn't think that through, did they? But anyway, Germany, France in the round of 16. God, if that happens, that'll be a brilliant game. I wish I told you the times on here, so I could see. I'm going to go France to edge Germany, though. Germany are a good side, don't get me wrong, but France are just better. Then Czech Republic, Netherlands. I'm going to go Netherlands to beat the Czech Republic. I think that'll be an easier game for the Netherlands than it would have been against Morocco. Brazil, Ecuador. Ecuador's defence is brilliant, but I think Brazil will manage to break it down. Or it might even be 0-0 and goes penalties. But I think Brazil will break it down. Then Mexico, England and Mexico City. The thing is, right, I said Mexico beat Scotland in the round of 32 because it's in Mexico City. But England are a better side than Scotland, aren't they? Will they be able, the heat as well, will they be able to handle it? I think they will. There might be some home country biased. But, oh God, sorry. But I'm going England to beat Mexico in that game. And then Croatia, Spain, again, a big game that could be really tight. But I'm going to go Spain to win it, one of the favourites. Ivory Coast, Belgium, see, this depends. Belgium can be good, can be bad. It's that meme, I'm not going to say it because I try to be family friendly when I can. Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe, I'm going to go Belgium to beat Ivory Coast, though. I think overall they're a better side. Argentina will wipe the floor with the United States. It'll be like 3-4-0. And then Switzerland, Portugal will win that. And then quarterfinals. First quarterfinal, France against Netherlands. France win that every day. Spain, Belgium. Spain win that every day. And then Brazil, England. Oh, see, I want to go England because obviously I'm from England. But, do they beat Brazil? I don't know. Do England beat Brazil? Brazil, they only finished 5th in the South American qualifiers. Is Brazil good enough to beat England? Can England handle the heat in Miami? It's where they're camped, though. I'm going to go England. Come on, England! Argentina, Portugal. Oh, wow! Yeah, I've been looking at this as well, and I'm seeing UK time. It would be, if everything goes plans as I predicted, it would be Brazil, England at 11 o'clock, was it? It was 10 or 11 o'clock at night. And then at 2 in the morning, Argentina, Portugal, on a Saturday night as well. So you wouldn't have school the next morning, you wouldn't have work the next morning. So that's brilliant. Brilliant game there. Argentina, Portugal, though. Do I think Portugal will beat Argentina? I think they will. I think Portugal will beat Argentina. I think they will. And then France, Spain. Oh God, see, it's tricky. Did France beat Spain in the semis? Does Spain beat France? The top 2 ranked teams in the world's rankings. France, you've got Elise, Dembele, Mbappe, Mignan. You've got I'm trying to think of their players now. They've got so many. Doué, Barcola, Kante even, and Spain, Yamal, Oyarzabal, Nico Williams, Unai Simon, David Raya, Dani Olmo, Rodri, Pedri, Gavi. So many brilliant players for both teams. But I'm going to go Spain. I'm edging Spain to do it. I'm edging Spain to win the first semi-final against France. Euros champions. And then England, Portugal in the other semi-final again. It's my English bias kicking in. Do they do it? Oh, do England reach a World Cup final? Do they do it against Portugal? Go on then. They're doing it. They're reaching the final. They are reaching the final. Third place, France, Portugal. Oh, wow, that's tough, but I'm going to go France. France to get third place of the World Cup. And then the World Cup final. Spain versus England. Who do I think will win? Who do I think will win? Spain versus England. Oh, do I see it? Do I see England winning the World Cup? I obviously see it. But will it happen? Spain or England? England. You got Kane, Dembele. What am I on? Bellingham, Stones. Oh, he's not that great. Pickford in goal. You've got Rodgers. God, what is wrong with me today? Elliot Anderson, Declan Rice. You've got Saka, no, not Foden. He's not in the squad. Yeah, so many good players for both sides. Spain or England? Who's winning the World Cup? Who is winning the World Cup? Spain versus England in the World Cup final. I'm doing it. England will win the World Cup. England are going to win the World Cup. Sorry that you can't see it on the screen. I'm sorry about that. England are going to win the World Cup. They're going to do it. They're going to do it. They're going to do it. They are going to do it. England will be World Cup champions. England win the World Cup. Spain are runners-up. France in third. And Portugal fourth place. England are going to do it. England are going to do it. That might be my bias. But they're going to do it. England will win the World Cup. Hope you've enjoyed my predictions. Let me know yours in the comments below. Let me know if you agree or disagree. Hit that like button. Subscribe. And as always, come on you Lions!